Today we will discuss the numericals based on graph. The first question is the velocity of a train increases. The velocity of a train increases at a constant rate alpha from 0 to v. Initial velocity 0 and final velocity v. The velocity increases from 0 to v at a constant rate alpha. Acceleration is given alpha. Then remains constant for some interval. Then after the motion h, the velocity remains constant for some time and then finally decreases to 0. Then finally decreases to 0 at a constant rate beta. Means in third type of motion there is retardation. Velocity goes on decreasing. It becomes 0 and the retardation is beta. And the total distance covered is x. Then show that total time taken t will be x by v plus v by 2, 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta. So firstly we will draw the graph of this question. This is velocity time graph. Time on x-axis and velocity on y-axis. Velocity in meter per second and time in second. So the train increases from 0 to v at a constant rate alpha. This is the final velocity v, initial velocity 0. Then it moves for some time. And the velocity in this interval of time remains constant. Then there is a retarded motion. Velocity decreases. There is a negative acceleration acts in this time interval and finally velocity becomes 0. So we have to find that total time taken to cover the distance x. This distance is given x. Name it O, A, B, C, D and E. So we have to find the total time in covering the distance is x by v plus v by 2, 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta. So firstly we will find the acceleration in the region from O to A. So acceleration is velocity time graph and slope of velocity time graph gives the expression for acceleration. So acceleration equals to slope of OA. Acceleration equals to slope of OA and slope of OA is given by tan theta and perpendicular upon base. Means perpendicular AD and base OD. And acceleration is given alpha. Now we will calculate the value of OD. So OD is equals to AD by alpha. Now we will find retardation in this segment from B to C. So retardation equals to slope of BC. slope of BC, and retardation is given beta, and slope of BC is BE upon C, perpendicular upon base, and CE is calculated. CE becomes equals to BE upon beta, and CE equals to, we may write the value of BE. BE can be written as B. So CE becomes equals to B by beta, and OD is equals to AD upon alpha, and AD is B. So OD equals to B by alpha. OD equals to B by alpha. Now we know that the distance covered in a velocity time graph is equals to area under VT graph. So total distance covered, X equals to area under VT graph equals to area of trapezium OABC, area of trapezium OABC. This is velocity time graph, and the total distance covered equals to area under VT graph, and the area of trapezium is given by half into sum of parallel sides, means AB plus OC into height is AD. So 1 by 2 AB can be written as DE, and OC can be written as OD plus DE plus CE. OD plus DE plus CE into AD, and AD can be written as B. So this is 1 by 2 DE plus DE, twice of DE plus OD can be written as B by alpha, and CE can be written as B by beta into B, and this is X. Now do the cross multiplication. So 2x upon B is equals to twice of DE plus B by alpha plus B by beta. 2x upon B is equals to twice DE plus B by alpha plus B by beta, and twice of DE equals to 2x by B minus B by alpha and minus B by beta, and we will calculate DE. So DE equals to 2x by 2b minus B by 2 alpha minus B by 2 beta. So it becomes 2 and 2 gets cancelled. So x by B minus B by 2 alpha minus B by 2 beta. So we calculated DE, x by B minus B by 2 alpha minus B by 2 beta. Now total time taken, capital T, is written as total time taken, capital T, is written as OD plus DE plus CE and OD we have calculated V by alpha. DE already we have calculated X by V minus V by 2 alpha minus V by 2 beta, and CE is V by beta. So we get V by X by V and V by alpha minus V by 2 alpha. It gives minus V by 2 alpha and V by beta minus V by 2 beta. So it gives, this gives plus V by 2 alpha and this will be plus V by 2 beta, and this was time t. So time t equals to X by V, as it is from these two terms we can take V by 2. So the remaining we get 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta. So this is the total time taken to cover the distance x. Total time taken to cover the distance s. Now we will see next question. Question number 2. A ball is thrown upward with an initial velocity of 100 meter per second. A ball is thrown upward with an initial velocity of 100 meter per second. The ball is thrown upward with an initial velocity of 100 meter per second. After how much time will it return? We have to find that after how much time, will it return. The ball is thrown upward with a velocity of 100 meter per second. After how much time will it return? Draw the velocity time graph. Draw the VT graph. Draw the VT graph of the motion. Draw the VT graph of the motion and find from the graph maximum height attained. Maximum height attained by the ball. Find maximum height attained by the ball and height of the ball after 15 seconds. And second thing, height of the ball. Height of the ball after 15 seconds. So the question is, a ball is thrown upward with an initial velocity of 100 meter per second. after how much time the ball will return. We have to draw the velocity time graph, and from the graph we have to find the maximum height attained by the ball and height of the ball after 15 seconds. So firstly we will find the time taken by the ball to reach the maximum height, and there is upward motion. Initial velocity u is 100 meter per second. V will become 0, final velocity will become 0 when the ball reaches the maximum height, and acceleration g equals to minus 10 meter per second square, and use the formula V equals to u plus gt. So V is 0, initial velocity is 100, g is minus 10 into t, and t equals to 10 seconds. So time taken by the ball to reach the maximum height. Time taken by the ball. Time taken by the ball to reach the maximum height is 10 seconds. Time taken by the ball to reach the maximum height is 10 seconds, and same time it would take to come from maximum height to the initial position. So the total time taken to return the ball, same time will be taken by the ball to return the ground, means total time taken. Total time taken in going to the maximum height and return back to the ground, 10 plus 10, 20 seconds. This is the total time taken by the ball to return back to the ground. Now we will draw the graph, and before drawing the graph we would like to find the velocity at different instants. Velocity at different instants. Velocity at various times. So at t equals to 0, use the formula v equals to u minus gt. So v equals to initial velocity is 100 and g is 10. v equals to u plus gt, g is minus 10 into 0. So velocity is 100 meter per second. At time t equals to 0, the initial velocity is 100 meter per second. Now at time t equals to 5 seconds, the velocity attained 100, the value of u, minus 10 into 5, 100 minus 50, 50 meter per second. At time 5 seconds, the velocity is 50 meter per second. At time 10 seconds, velocity is 100 minus 10 into 10, means velocity becomes 0. At time 10 seconds, the velocity becomes 0, means the ball reaches to the maximum height. At time t equals to 15 seconds, now the return motion will start. At time t equals to 15 seconds, v equals to 100 minus 10 into 15. So 100 minus 150 This is minus 50 meter per second. At t equals to 15 seconds, the velocity is minus 50 meter per second, and at time t equals to 20 seconds, velocity v equals to 100 minus 10 into 20. So 100 minus 200, velocity is minus 100 meter per second. So it will reach the ground, it will hit the ground with the same velocity with which it was projected. Now we will draw the graph. Time axis, this is velocity axis. Velocity 0, 50 meter per second, 100 meter per second, minus 50 meter per second, and minus 100 meter per second. And the time interval taken 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and 20 seconds. So time is given in seconds and velocity is given in meter per second. So at time t equals to 0, the velocity is 100 meter per second. At time t equals to 0, velocity is 100 meter per second. At time t equals to 5 seconds, it has velocity 50 meter per second. And at time 10 seconds, its velocity becomes 0. This completed the upward motion. Now at t equals to 15 seconds, the velocity becomes negative, and this is minus 50, and time t equals to 20 seconds, the velocity is minus 100. So this is the graph of the ball in a complete journey. Now we have to find the maximum height attained by the ball. So for finding this is O, A, B, C. Finding the maximum height attained, we will find the area under VT graph. Area under VT graph. So first part, maximum height attained equals to area of triangle OAB. Area of triangle OAB. So half into base 10 into height 100. So the total height covered is 500 meter. The total height covered is 500 meter. Now we have to find the height of the ball after 15 seconds. After 15 seconds. Height of the ball after 15 seconds. So second part. Height of the ball after 15 seconds is found by finding the area of this complete region. Area OAB plus area BCD equals to area OAB plus area BCD, area BCD, and area OAB we have calculated 500 plus area BCD, again area of triangle half into base. This is 10 to 15, interval is 5, half into base into height, and this is minus 50. So it comes to be 500 and plus minus 1 by 2 into 5 into 15. So 500 minus 125, that is 375 meter. So the height covered after 15 seconds comes to be 375 meter, and the maximum height attained